Let's start with causes of the decline of Mauryan Empire. Everything has a fall or destruction, whether it is an object or a large empire. Nothing lasts forever on this earth. Just as everything has a beginning, so it has an end. Similarly, the Mauryan Empire was an important empire in the history of ancient India. Chandragupta's efforts led to the formation of a huge Mauryan empire and a welfare state under Ashoka, but it collapsed within 50 years of Ashoka's death. The causes of the downfall of the Mauryan Empire were no definite law of succession. Lack of definite law of succession created problems and snapped the line of competent successors. As a result, ambitious princes indulged in sordid rivalry, campaign of calumny, and detestable court intrigues. Weak successors of Ashoka. His successors were weak and imbecile rulers. Under them, administration degenerated, army lost its rigor, finance and resources dried up. The effete government was incapable of demanding allegiance and subduing the enemy. Internecine quarrels and domestic feuds took upper hand and emboldened the enemies. As a sequel to external aggression and war, the vast empire gradually disintegrated. Strong Brahminical reaction. Ashoka turned to Buddhism, prohibited slaughtering of animals, restricted rituals, allowed equal religious rights to everybody. Buddhism, being a state religion, encouraged social equality which ultimately curbed social supremacy and privileges so long enjoyed by the Brahmins. Obviously, the Brahmins who once enjoyed power and social recognition were highly upset losing their supremacy and privileges. They became hostile to the Mauryan ruler and prepared grounds blow by blow to ask the Mauryan rule. Internal revolts. After Ashoka, several revolts in various parts of the empire posed serious problems to the rulers. It sufficiently weakened the administration, degenerated the army, and drained resources of the government. According to Rajatarangini, Prince Jaloka, younger son of Ashoka, declared independence and carved a separate state in Kashmir. The Mauryan Empire was divided into eastern and western parts, and each survived independently. According to Dr. Tripathi, internal discord added fuel to fire and quickened the disintegration of the empire. No representative in foreign countries. In ancient days, most of the rulers did not care to exchange or send ambassador to the foreign countries. Chandragupta and Ashoka deputed ambassador received ambassador from the foreign countries and maintained contact with other countries. But the latter Mauryan rulers discontinued the practice and had hardly any measure to know the development in other countries and thereby failed to take adequate steps to galvanize their defense. Lack of military strength. Ashoka's policy Dharma Vijaya might be a prodigious ideal, but politically it was a blunder. The army became feeble and gutless. The foreign invaders got incentive to attack India. Repeated armed confrontations were responsible for wearing out the army. The weak rulers and deficient army, short of martial order, were unable to beat back the invaders. Indeed, abundant religious activities and spiritualism made the people peace loving and docile. They lost manliness and capacity to organize a formidable defense to foil the evil design of the enemy. Foreign invasion. Meanwhile, the foreign invaders took advantage of internal chaos and political instability and intensified their pressure on western border. The tottering empire was unable to face the onslaught and negate the territorial lust of the invaders. The Indo-Bactrians and Indo-Parthians made repeated attacks which eventually brought ruin of the Mauryan Empire. Lack of strong finances and adequate resources. The successors of Ashoka had to face several internal revolts. Some of them faced foreign invasions. Moreover, internal disorder and instability posed a serious threat to the government. In fact, to face internal and external challenges, the rulers had to spend sufficient money and exhaust their resources. Treasury became empty, administration machinery was perplexed, the army was worn out. Unfortunately, the rulers, devoid of strength and competence, were unable to quell violence and hold the reign of the state firmly. Ashoka's responsibility for the downfall of the Mauryan Empire. Many scholars assert that Ashoka gave up conquest and adopted the policy of Dharma Vijaya, which ultimately eroded the efficiency of the administration and martial spirit of the army. Excessive religious devotion, peace, ahimsa, and spiritualism, etc., made the people feeble and age-loving and indifferent to the political developments. As a result, when foreign invaders were knocking at the western border, and the people never thought of combining themselves and putting up a strong resistance. However, this view is opposed by many historians. They argue that Ashoka no doubt believed in Dharma Vijaya, but he never reduced the strength of his army or neglected the defense of the country. He kept his imperious bearing and the ruler spirit intact. Thus, it may be concluded that Ashoka's policy of peace and ahimsa alone was not responsible for the downfall of the Mauryan Empire. In fact, war and peace cannot decide the fall of an empire alone. Thank you.